Hey there, tech enthusiasts! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving deep into the world of laptops. But not just any laptops, we're unveiling the best 14-inch laptops of 2024. These beauties are packed with power, portability, and style. If you're ready to discover your perfect on-the-go companion, hit that like button and let's get started. Number 5. Asus VivoBook S14 Flip OLED. Asus is no stranger to the popular 14-inch form factor, so the Asus VivoBook S14 Flip OLED is a joy to use. Sure, this 2-in-1 laptop has a flexible, eye-catching design and the option of an all-AMD or Intel configuration with promising processing capability on paper, but the focus is squarely on its price, roughly $679/649. Talk about a competitive spirit. This is a budget laptop through and through, but it's the most stylish one. It's a 14-inch, 2-in-1 laptop that's hard to beat at $680 in its most basic configuration, with an AMD Ryzen 5 CPU, 8GB of DDR4 RAM, and a 512GB SSD. Furthermore, it's difficult not to adore its simple yet elegant appearance. However, the more powerful it becomes under the hood, the less valuable it becomes. Its keyboard and touchpad aren't up to par with premium-built laptops, and its 14-inch OLED display lacks the radiance of a high-end 14-inch laptop. However, if you keep it cheap, you'll get a good deal. With an attractive, premium-looking 2-in-1 laptop design, efficient performance, and a beautiful OLED display, the Asus VivoBook S14 Flip OLED is a showcase for what convertible 14-inch laptops can offer at a reasonable price. But it's not without flaws. The latest VivoBook S series from Asus features a revised, victorious design that exudes simplicity with a dash of sass. Like the Asus VivoBook S15 OLED, appearances can be deceiving, but in a good way. This is a straightforward, premium-looking design with a slim, thin form factor. That's exactly what I'm looking for in a 14-inch laptop, and the only thing that says I'm a budget laptop is the slightly thick display bezels. Number 4. Razer Blade 14. The Razer Blade 14 is the best 14-inch gaming laptop we've tested. It's a high-end model with a quality construction and plenty of processing power to provide a fluid gaming experience. It comes in 3 pre-configured options, each with the identical AMD Ryzen 9 6900HS CPU, 16GB of RAM, and 1TB of storage, so you simply have to choose the monitor and GPU combination you desire. You get a comfortable keyboard with per-key RGB backlighting and plenty of accessory connectors. In terms of portability, it's quite thin and light for a gaming laptop, but if you want to game on the move, you'll need to bring the charger, as the battery only lasts around an hour when gaming. The ASUS ROG Zephyrus G14 2022 is a less expensive option. It has an AMD Ryzen 9 6900HS CPU and choice of AMD Radeon 6700S or 6800S GPU, both of which are powerful enough to push high frame rates in AAA titles. Its QHD display features a slightly lower refresh rate of 120Hz, but it brightens significantly to combat glare. However, under strain it becomes hotter and louder, and its general design does not seem as premium as the Razer's. The Razer Blade 14 is a premium gaming laptop that is slim and light. It is the smallest model in the Razer Blade lineup, with the Razer Blade 15 and 17 being the other two. From 2021, it will replace the Razer Blade 14 with an AMD Ryzen 5900HX CPU combined with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060, 3070, or 3080 GPU. The 2022 model retains the same display options and the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3060 GPU option as its predecessor. However, Razer changed the CPU to the AMD Ryzen 9 6900HX with DDR5 memory, while the RTX 3070 and 3080 were replaced with the 3070 Ti and 3080 Ti, respectively. The Razer Blade 14 goes up against the ASUS ROG Zephyrus G14 2022. The AMD Ryzen 9 6900HX CPU in our Razer Blade 14 is paired with an NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 Ti discrete GPU, 16GB of RAM, and 1TB of storage. Razer only provides 3 preset options. Number 3. Acer Swift 314. The Acer Swift 314, a Windows Ultra Portable, is the best cheap 14-inch laptop we've evaluated. Swift laptops from Acer are often mid to high-end versions that cost significantly more. However, considering this model was produced in 2024, the price has dropped significantly, making it an excellent buy. It has an all-aluminum construction, a compact and lightweight design, and a battery life of more than 13 hours. The display is clear and bright enough to be used in most indoor environments. There are two USB-A ports, one USB-C/Thunderbolt 4 port, a full-size HDMI port, and a headphone jack. This laptop is available with Intel 11th generation CPUs, which are 2 generations behind Intel's current offers but sufficient for ordinary productivity tasks, such as text processing, web surfing, and video playing. To log in quickly, there is a fingerprint sensor. The only issues we have with this laptop are the keyboard, touchpad, and webcam. The keyboard is tactile, if a little cramped, and the touchpad is small. The webcam image appears underexposed and the microphone sounds staticky. The Acer Swift 314 2020 is a 14-inch Windows laptop that is slim and light. It has Intel 11th generation CPUs, integrated graphics, and up to 16 gigabytes of memory and 512 gigabytes of storage. It has an FHD 16:9 IPS display, Wi-Fi 6, and a fingerprint sensor. It has an HDMI 2.0 port, a 3.5mm headphone jack, 2 USB-A ports, and 1 USB-C port with Thunderbolt 4 capability. The Acer Swift 3 is suitable for business purposes. It's a slim and light laptop that's easy to transport with a battery that can power through an 8-hour workday with enough of juice left over. It has a full-size HDMI port and a USB-C port with Thunderbolt 4 connectivity, allowing you to connect to an external monitor for presentations. Number 2, Microsoft Surface Pro 8. The Microsoft Surface Pro 8, a Windows tablet with a detachable keyboard, is our top pick in the 14-inch 2-in-1 category. It boasts a 14-inch 120Hz display that is brilliant and bright, as well as a surprisingly comfortable style of cover keyboard. The display accepts pen input, and the Type Cover keyboard has a slot for storing and charging the pen. The disadvantage is that you must purchase both the keyboard and the stylus separately. Its Intel 11th Gen processor handles standard productivity tasks, including text processing, spreadsheets, and video conferencing with ease. When it comes to video calls, the 1080p webcam on the Surface Pro 8 is one of the best on the market. The port selection is restricted, although Thunderbolt 4 is supported. The Microsoft Surface Pro 8 is a Windows tablet PC with a detachable keyboard and a built-in kickstand. The Surface Pro 8 replaces the Surface Pro 7, which was introduced in 2024, but Microsoft altered the design with the Surface Pro 8. It boasts a larger 14-inch display up from 12.3-inch, narrower bezels, and more rounded corners, bringing its design closer to Microsoft's ARM-based Surface Pro. The display supports dynamic refresh rate, which means it may dynamically vary the refresh rate to increase responsiveness or extend battery life. It has Intel 11th generation CPUs, integrated graphics, up to 32 gigabytes of memory, and 1 TB of storage. It contains 2 USB-C/Thunderbolt 4 connectors, a webcam with 1080p resolution, and an infrared camera for Windows Hello facial recognition. Finally, it has a new style of cover keyboard with a slot at the top to store and charge the Microsoft Surface Slim Pen 2. However, the keyboard and pen must be purchased separately. The Microsoft Surface Pro 8 is suitable for business purposes. It sports a sleek aluminum chassis with superb build quality, as well as a lightweight, thin profile that makes it incredibly portable. Its Type Cover keyboard is comfortable to type on and does not wear your fingers out with time. Furthermore, it performs medium-heavy multitasking well, allowing you to work more efficiently, and its crisp webcam and microphone are ideal for video conferencing. Unfortunately, it only has 2 USB-C connections, so if you want to connect it to a dock, you'll need to use dongles or the Surface Connect port. Its battery will not last an entire 8-hour workday, therefore you must keep it plugged in. Number 1, Alienware X14R1. The Alienware X14R1 is the first of its kind. This sleek marvel is Alienware's first foray into the 14-inch market, and it does so in spectacular style. It's one of the thinnest gaming laptops on the market, measuring 0.57 inches. While it's lovely, it has enough high-end specs to satisfy most gamers, including a 12th Gen Intel Alder Lake processor and an NVIDIA RTX 3060 GPU. It also has a lot of pickup thanks to an extremely fast SSD. The Alienware X14R1 combines powerful Intel and NVIDIA components in a sleek, futuristic chassis ideal for mobile gaming. I think this is one of the cutest UFOs I've ever seen. The Alienware X14R1 takes the imposing yet elegant design of the Alienware X17 and reduces it down into a small container. The X14, like its big siblings, is constructed of magnesium alloy and CNC aluminum and lunar light with a hint of pearlescence. In the bottom left corner, the outline of a gigantic 14 is embossed, with the familiar backlit alien's head in the top center. The rear vents are black with a honeycomb pattern on either side and a slew of ports in the middle. More on that later. You'll find an inky black deck when you open the X14. Because the deck is so small, the vent grills on three sides that surround the illuminated keyboard are comprised of a multitude of teeny tiny dots. Even though the palm rest is modest, it will be comfortable for most people's hands. The touchpad is located right below the keyboard and does not light up. In actuality, the only light display on the X14 is the alien head located on the lid and the keyboard. Put it down to the cost of being skinny. The Alienware X14 does not provide much in terms of security, neither do many gaming laptops. It does, however, include a Windows Hello-compatible IR webcam, which is useful for facial recognition logins. Pissed back there. This is where the Alienware X14's ports are located. A USB Type-C 3.2 Gen 2 port, a USB Type-A 3.2 Gen 1 port. Guys, that concludes our top 5 best 14-inch laptops in 2024 list. All product links are in the description, which is updated with the lowest prices. Subscribe to our channel for more videos. Until then, we'll see you in the next video.